Are you unhappy with the sound of your voice? For many singers, and perhaps this includes you, the general tone of their voice is dull and unexciting. Well, today I'm going to show you how to add some zing to your sound with 4 easy-to-do at-home resonance exercises. Let's start.
Sound check.
The singing activities I'll show you today are all designed to add brilliance to your tone. Now, they do this by placing the sound into the mask. This is one of my wife's many masks. She collects them and she proudly displays them around our house. As we do these activities, we'll aim to place and feel the resonance, the vibrating into the forward shell of the mask, into our face. Each exercise will have 3 versions. Now, firstly, we'll sing the activity on an M, then an N, and finally an NG. Now, each sound has some nuance, but before we talk about that, let's start with the first exercise. I'll start by singing an M in the middle of my lower register on an F3. My note will almost certainly be different for you, so just find a comfortable note in the middle of your lower register, what you might typically call your chest voice. I'll show you again. Here's the single note sung on an M on an F3. Now, as I make that sound, I feel a wonderful buzz in my lips, all while my tongue remains in behind my bottom front teeth. And when mapping the M sound, Dr. Ragan writes, the internal oral cavity shape of M should be that of a lofted, open, vibrant A with the lips lightly closed around that space. And here lays the nuance I mentioned earlier. We don't want the M sound to be closed. As Dr. Ragan suggests, we want to hum the M on an internal A sound. So let's do it once more on the M, and then we'll try the N shape, applying the same principles. Now notice as we changed to the N sound, the placement of the tongue needs to lift from the bottom front teeth to behind the top front teeth, sitting on the alveolar ridge, the point where the roof of your mouth starts to slope upwards to the hard palate. Let's play a little more with these 2 positions, the M and the N, and take notice of the change in resonance. Here it is again. Now, despite being the same note, I can hear a distinct change in the sound, and the vibration becomes more centralized in the N than I felt during the M. I'll be interested to hear what you're experiencing when you play with the sounds yourself, so be sure to write your observations in the comments section below. Okay, now we'll add the 3rd position using an NG sound. When resonating on an NG sound, the tongue is arched toward the middle of the roof of the mouth, more fronted rather than farther back at the soft palate. The position of the NG is critical here, so let's experience 2 different NG positions. Firstly, commence the NG sound by saying the word sung, taking note of where the tongue sits in relationship to the roof of your mouth, the soft palate. Sung. Now, do it again, but this time commence the NG sound by saying the word sing, sing. To really feel the difference, repeat both words and be sure to hold the NG, extending the NG sound. Song, sing, song, sing. Now, hopefully you can feel how the NG position produced by the word sing sits more forward on the soft palate than the NG position of the word sung. It's this same forward position of the NG that we will be using on the single note, which sounds like so. Sing. Sing. Now that we've got the three positions working, let me show you how you might workshop them and move them around your vocal range, starting with moving the single notes in semitone steps, starting on the M. N. And NG. Now let's do a 3-note scale. One 3-note scale for each one. And G. And once you've got a good sense of the resonant feel for each of these three positions, try pitch gliding each of the nasalized phonemes, that's the technical term for these three positions, across a perfect fifth, like so. The great thing about learning how to use these nasalized phonemes is that these are the gateway to many exercises that benefit your voice in various ways. I've put together a short playlist of videos that will teach you how to extend our work in this video and further develop your resonance. Check it out here. I'm Dr. Dan. Sing well.